Yeah, welcome to my channel. This is Walking the Dog with Jeff. This is our inaugural ride. I hope I said that right. On the 2018 FX LR Lowrider. Yeah, we're going for a ride today. I don't know where. Just up the coast somewhere, maybe inland, wherever the bike goes. Just go for a ride there, have something to eat, turn around and come home. See you soon. You're probably wondering how I came up with the name Walking the Dog for a motorcycle vlog channel. That's a good question. A couple of reasons. The wife and I were sitting down at the pub one night and discussing names, possible names for the channel, and I came up with some stupid ones like beers and gears and bikes and beers and crap like that. And she asked me, she said, what's one of your fond memories from when you were a kid, you know, motorcycles? And I look back and I remember an old family friend, you know, from about 50 years ago, and he was telling me back then that him and his mates used to ride bikes, and he still does, as far as I know. He's probably in his 80s now, might not. But they used to play a game called Walking the Dog, and that's where you go as fast as you can on a straight road, and you weave in and out the white dots. And him and his mates, you know, Vietnam vets, used to play that a lot, until one day when they were doing that and one of his mates came off and killed himself. But they used to do it for like PTSD and depression and stuff like that. And that's sort of like what this channel's about, you know, walking the dog. The other reason why I call it Walking the Dog was, you know, anybody who suffered with depression, you know, you suffer from the black dog. Well, this is my way of taking that dog for a walk and calming it down. You know, it calms myself down. I get to get my feelings out of the way and, you know, talk about shit to myself and sort stuff out. And it works for me, and hopefully it works for you. Yeah, there's a lot of channels out there that say just get out there and do it, which I agree with, you got to. But there's a lot of people that can't. Yeah, I got a mate, a really good mate at home, Tony. Now, he loved riding his bikes, but he lost his eyesight probably 10 years ago, and he can't do that anymore. So I'm hoping this channel will help people like Tony who are like bedridden and can't ride anymore, but still want to experience what it feels like to be out there. Because I know what it feels like to be out there, and it's great. I love it. A couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And the first thing I did the next day was I jumped on the bike and went for a nice ride, just to clear my head and get things in perspective of, you know, what life was going to be like. Dealing with that and, you know, life expectancy and all that. Well, as it turned out, 4 months later, I was told the doctors got it wrong. I didn't have pancreatic cancer. But the first thing I did was jumped on the bike, because I knew that getting out on the bike would it just clear my head and get everything to where I want it. You know, like I could plan what I had to do for the future and take it day by day and step by step. And if it wasn't for the bike, I think, yeah, I probably would have lost it. You know, when I first moved up to Townsville, I didn't have a bike. I had to sell it. And for 3 years, I didn't have a bike. And I was depressed during that time. And the missus just told me one day, she said, look, go bloody buy it. So I did. And haven't looked back. Haven't been happier. So let's, we'll keep going on our travel. I don't know where we're going yet. I'll find a service station, fuel up and probably go home. Get something to eat. But beautiful day out here. Great weather, great bike. Great scenery. Like, I love the outback, I love the bush. It's beautiful. If you can get out here in North Queensland, do it, because you won't regret it. When you're out on the bike, you get to reminisce about some of the old memories from your past. And I remember one time, my wife makes a terrible cup of coffee, and she's often make me this cup of coffee one morning, and I've agreed. But before we get into that, nice big truck. Before we get into that, my son had a blue-tongued lizard, and part of his responsibilities was to feed it, you know, to go and collect snails for it. So I've asked him to collect these snails, and he's picked them up. He's put them in a container, and the next morning we get up, and these snails are everywhere. He put the wrong lid on it. So we spent the morning collecting these friggin' snails. Then the wife asked me if I want a cup of coffee. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'd give her a go again. So she made me this cup of coffee. It was the best cup of coffee I've ever had. Yeah, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this coffee. And I get right to the last mouthful, and I thought, yeah, I just gotta scull this down. So I woofed it down, and flying down the back of my throat was this friggin' snail. Right? So I don't know to this day if the snail crawled in the cup into the jug, or if my wife made me a cup of coffee and put a snail in it. But that's the story of the best cup of coffee that my wife has ever made. Okay, that was a great ride today. Just went up to a place called Blue Water, I think. Anyway, there's a nice roadhouse up there. Went up there for a couple of sangers, something to drink. Had a bit of a chat. Beautiful day for a ride, absolutely gorgeous. So if you enjoyed this video, you know what they say to do. Share, like, subscribe, you know, all that crap. You know how to do it. I shouldn't have to tell you how to do it. Enjoy. See you next time.